Hello guys, so today we'll be talking about the Java, and before knowing about Java, first we have to understand like what is the requirement of learning Java. So if you go to any job site, example Naukri, we can see there will be a number of profiles. They will be asking for the mandatory skills that are Spring and microservices. So these two things are very famous in the IT market. Not only there is like based on the Java developer, based on the Java there are many developer tools. So in that case, learning Java is a very important thing for every candidate who is desiring for grow their career in the IT market. So in that case, so in order to reach to the certain level where we can learn Spring and microservices, we need a certain path for that. So first we have to learn core Java. We have to learn core Java, and we have to learn advanced Java. Then we have to learn Java frameworks. So this is the pathway to reach that level, and we can earn at least amount of 8 LP after 2 years of experience. Why I am telling we can earn that much of amount at least 8 LP after 2 years? Why? Because whenever we take any step, first we have to see is there any career if we learn any particular course. So that is the reason I am telling you guys, okay, to reach that level or to start your career in a great way, we have to learn all these important things. When it comes to core Java, what are the things we will be covering in the institute only you can learn, right? So then after learning core Java, you can learn advanced Java. Then we will be learning. So where are we learning that Spring and microservices, right? So you will get the doubt. So we are calling Hibernate, Spring Boot microservices. Okay, so we call these frameworks as Java frameworks. Why? Because they are built based on the Java language. That is the reason we are calling it as Java frameworks. To reach this level, so we have to learn first core Java thoroughly. So whatever you learn core Java, okay, it will be reflected in advanced Java. It will be reflected in Java frameworks. So all these three things are interconnected. So you cannot ignore any one of the concept. So let us discuss about core Java. What are the important things we have to know at first, at the beginning itself. Okay. So whenever you approach any application or any website, for example, Facebook is the popular social media website, right? So whenever we go to Facebook, it will be showing you one login page. It will be asking for you username and password. It will be asking for you username and password, right? So whenever any user go, it will be asking for username and password. Suppose we don't have any account in this Facebook account. Okay, so in that case, it will ask you to create an account. It will ask you to create an account. So you will be clicking on the create account. You will be getting one form asking for all your personal details and important details in order to create the account, right? So it will be opening one form. We are calling it as a form. Why? Because it is collecting all the important details, right? So now whatever the details you are providing here are your personal details, like your mobile number, right? All these things are important for you, right? So you cannot think, oh, they are just details. No one can do anything, right? You should not think like that. So basic details like your mobile number, your mail ID can be used to hack your entire personal data. So in that case, we should provide some security, as well as in order to collect this data, we are using Java as a tool. So for that, so what does core Java do for us? So Core Java is providing important aspect, that is object oriented programming. Okay, it is providing object oriented programming, and it's providing 4 important principles. The first one is encapsulation. First principle is encapsulation. The second principle is inheritance, and the third principle is polymorphism. Fourth principle is abstraction. So these are the 4 important principles are provided by object-oriented programming concept. These object-oriented programming is provided by Core Java. So how these principles are related to this social media website? Like we will be having some curiosity. So here, whatever the data you are providing to that Facebook website, okay, we need some protection, and at the same time, in order to carry this kind of data, okay, safely and securely, so this encapsulation is helping us in order to transfer the data from one position to database. So in that case, encapsulation is the best principle which provides a support in order to collect all the data in the form of object, like a container. Okay, so it will be safe as well as easy to transfer the data. That data transferring is possible with the help of encapsulation principle. And the next principle is inheritance. So what does this inheritance do? Inheritance is providing the support for the application development. How it is providing support for the application development? So whenever any application is created, a demo application will be released in the market in order to utilize and in order to get some response from the consumers, right? So they will be giving different kinds of reviews. Okay, if some reviews are average in the sense of using the application, so in that case the application should be developed more user friendly. So in that case, these inheritance will help us without affecting the previous code. Okay, suppose the programmer has written the code all in this first file. So we need to develop the application more user friendly. In that case, you will be writing another code, right? So in that case, you don't need to change any of the code in the first file. So better what you can do is you will be creating a second file. Only the new features you will be writing in the second file, and you will make a connection between these two files. Okay, the best features in the first file will be reflected in the second file, as well as the new features will be in the second files. Combinedly, it will be giving the extra features to the application, so that becomes more user friendly with the help of inheritance principle. And when it comes to polymorphism, so polymorphism is very simple. After logging inside the application, this feature, example, it will help us, okay, to make the application very dynamically, as well as more friendly way of accessing the features. Like if the user is logging with his username and password, it will provide an extra option where instead of providing the Gmail ID, okay, you can log in with your mobile number also. But what is the final task for you in order to open your home page? That is the final task, right? You may approach with the help of your mobile number or Gmail ID. This feature is supported with the help of polymorphism principle. And the last one is abstraction. How does this abstraction is helping us in case of application creation, right? So we all think about we are providing username and password. So whatever the username and password is provided inside the Facebook account, okay, it should not be reflected on the top of the any web page. Someone in some other desktop you might log in. There your password should not be visible to any other user, right? So in that case, the protection will be provided by this abstraction concept. Okay, might be you feel very complicated what subject he is teaching, you might feel, but you can understand thoroughly all these principles, how they are utilized in case of application software. Okay, you can understand only when you take the course of Core Java. Until then you cannot understand what actually it is. But these are very easy things to understand. The only thing you can do is consistently you have to learn each and everything in Core Java. Then you can play game with Advanced Java and Java frameworks. And thank you guys.